For 32 seconds in 1937, the largest flying machine ever built burned out of the sky. Nobody has ever proven what lit the spark. This is the Hindenburg, 245 meters of German engineering, longer than 3 Boeing 747s placed nose to tail. It was not a plane. It was an airship, held aloft by 16 enormous cells of lifting gas. Inside, passengers crossed the Atlantic in a floating hotel. A dining room, a lounge, a grand piano made of aluminum. There were even smoking rooms, sealed and pressurized, aboard a ship filled with the most flammable gas on Earth. Because the Hindenburg was never meant to fly on hydrogen, it was designed for helium, which cannot burn. But the world's only supply of helium belonged to the United States, and America refused to sell it to Nazi Germany. So the engineers filled her with hydrogen instead. 7 million cubic feet of it. And they flew her anyway. By 1937, she had already crossed the ocean dozens of times, without a scratch. The airship was the future. On the 3rd of May, she lifted from Frankfurt for New York. 97 souls aboard. 3 days later, she reached the coast of New Jersey, and a storm forced her to wait. By evening, the sky had cleared. She turned toward the mooring mast at Lakehurst, as a crowd gathered below. Reporters and newsreel cameras waited on the field. This was a routine landing. They came only to film the giant. At 7:25, the landing ropes dropped to the ground. The men below took hold. Then a witness saw it. A small blue flame, flickering near the tail, where no flame should ever be. A heartbeat later, the stern erupted. 7 million cubic feet of hydrogen caught at once. The fireball climbed 500 feet. The tail crashed to the earth, while the nose still pointed at the sky. A radio announcer named Herbert Morrison was describing the landing when it happened. His voice broke into the most famous cry in broadcasting history. Oh, the humanity. Passengers leapt from windows into the fire. Some ran out from under the falling wreck as it came down around them. In 32 seconds, it was over. The pride of Germany, a skeleton of glowing steel. Of the 97 aboard, 62 lived. 35 did not. And 1 man died on the ground. And here, the mystery begins. Because to this day, no one can say for certain what ignited her. Everyone agrees the hydrogen burned. The question is, what set the hydrogen alight in the first place? The leading theory is a spark of static electricity. The storm had left the sky charged. The wet landing ropes grounded the metal frame, but not the outer skin. A difference in charge. A single spark. If hydrogen was leaking from a damaged cell, that spark would have been all it took. But others were certain it was no accident. The commander himself first suspected sabotage. A bomb hidden in the hull by someone who wanted to strike a symbol of the Reich. No proof was ever found. Decades later, a NASA scientist offered a stranger answer. Blame the skin itself. The fabric was painted with compounds close to rocket fuel. He argued the coating burned like a fuse. Later tests pushed back. The hydrogen, they said, burned far too fast for paint to be the cause. Static spark, hidden bomb, burning skin. 3 answers, and not one of them can be proven. What is certain is what the fire took with it. Not just a ship, but an entire age. The world had watched a giant fall, on film and on the radio. No one would trust a hydrogen airship again. Within a year, the great passenger airships were grounded, forever. The sky belonged to the airplane now. The wreck was scrapped, the metal melted down. Some of it sold back to the very country that built her, and the spark that started it all rose into the night and was never found. 32 seconds. No answer.